What's up, guys? Just want to do a quick 500 round update and review on the Springfield Armory Echelon comp. So this is the comped version of the Springfield Echelon. I believe these came out earlier this year. I've had this one for about a little over a month now. And like I said, it has a little over 500 rounds through it. So just wanted to do initial review. I have really enjoyed this pistol so far. It's awesome. I know that there have been some recent reviews on it. Honest Outlaw just posted a review and he was not the most happy with his. I mean, I will definitely address that elephant in the room right away, that this pistol definitely doesn't shoot as good as some of my other pistols, accuracy-wise, for sure. So definitely wanted to just throw that out there right away because I know he just posted that video and, you know, everybody's probably thinking about it. But still, as far as like accuracy goes, it's plenty combat accurate. But still definitely not as tight of groups as some of my other pistols. So just wanted to throw that out there right away because it's definitely been out there recently. Outside of that, though, the Echelon series in general, and specifically the comp, is great, but I think they're amazing pistols. For what you get price-wise, they're awesome. I love that they come with the FCU, you know, so the fire control unit, you can remove that, exchange your grip modules, like I'm sure, as you can tell, I've done with this one. The optics mounting system is amazing, very flexible, and then, you know, just saving us money from having, and hassle from having to buy separate plates and stuff like that to be able to mount optics. So comes ready out of the box to be able to mount, I don't know, it's like 20 of them or something like that. So very cool. And just the other features, I mean, the sights are amazing. The trigger is decent. As far as striker fire triggers go, in 2024, it's good. I mean, from what all the other pistols that I've shot and tried the triggers out and stuff, it seems to be, you know, right there with the rest of them. Nothing great, nothing too terrible. I may replace this trigger at some point, but for now, it's running pretty good. But there's a little bit of a roadblock, and we'll talk about that just in just a second. But as you can tell, the biggest thing with this one, relative to the regular Echelon, is that it has a huge chunk taken out of the barrel and the slide. So it isn't a comped pistol. This does, in theory, help reduce recoil. I haven't shot the regular Echelon, so I couldn't tell you how much it actually reduces recoil, but for sure, relative to my other pistols, this one is very flat. It's definitely a flat shooter. Shoots amazing, very fast, points very quickly. I love it. The only bad thing about comps, and I mean, it's just, I think this is the nature of the beast when it comes to comps, but if you shoot poorer quality ammo, maybe not the best quality stuff, maybe it's plated rather than a full FMJ, you're gonna get quite a bit of carbon and lead buildup there. So I'm sure, as you can see, all that stuff that's just hanging out in the middle of that port there. So pretty nasty, and it's in the barrel as well, so I'm sure you can see that. I didn't clean this bad boy. I have cleaned it once so far, but not since I've shot recently, and as you can tell, quite a bit of nasty stuff in there. Most of that was from some herders ammo that I shot through it. Definitely some of the cheapest ammo that you can get for me locally. And as you can tell, did not do great in terms of its lead that it left behind. So that kind of sucks. It's going to be a pain in the ass for sure to clean that out, but we'll cross that bridge when we get there. But other than that, I mean, having the comp is amazing because it really does help the dynamics of the pistol. Recoil is definitely reduced it's reduced relative to my other pistols, like I said. So couldn't really tell you relative to a normal Echelon, but it's definitely a flat shooter for sure. But I do have some other things that will probably help that out. But Of course, for my ADHD brain to bounce around, we were already talking about the trigger. Let's go ahead and ghost it real quick. So here it is. Bit of take up, quite a bit of take up actually. You have a lot of mush, as you can see. So there's a wall, mush, 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 break, and a pretty long reset. It doesn't look too long on the video, but when you're shooting it, and especially when you're trying to shoot it for, you know, like slow fire groups, like trying to shoot it for accuracy, you can really feel how long that reset is. It just feels very long. So not the best trigger, but also not the worst that I've ever shot. I mounted one of the newer Vortex Defender XLs on this bad boy. It has been an amazing red dot. Really, really like it. The only bad thing is if you're looking to mount one of these on your Echelon, you will have to do some grinding. So the screws that Vortex supplies with this, I think they have some that are marked for the XD. Those ones do not work. I can't remember if it was too short, too long. I think it was too long. Too short. They didn't really grab very, very much, and then you had a little bit of wiggle, or it just came loose. So I had to use, it was another set of screws that were in there, and then I just had to incrementally grind them down to the size that I needed. So throw them on a belt sander. It wasn't very hard, obviously. It wasn't crazy, but still really sucks to have to do that. So hopefully Vortex can update that and send an actual appropriate set of screws for these, because they send like tons of screws in the box, which is amazing, but not the right ones for the Echelon specifically. So if you have an Echelon and you're looking to mount one of these on there, just know that you'll have to either buy a different set of screws somewhere else or grind one of the other sets that were in there to make it work, fit appropriately. But they have run fine so far. Haven't had any issues as of yet. So knock on wood. This is the 5 MOA version of the Defender. It looks really cool. I love the look of it on this pistol. I think it looks awesome. So probably keep that at least for a little while and see how it does. But it's been a pretty good optic so far. The only bad thing is, I'm sure you can see it there, you do get quite a bit of residue from firing, and that's kind of normal with a lot of red dots, especially ones that are pushed further forward. But I guess with it being right next to the breech right there, you're getting a lot of that blowback stuff and a bunch of gunk onto the actual red dot itself. So that's kind of a downside. The other big thing that I've done to this pistol is the grip module. Of course, you can see this is one from Icarus Precision, if I could talk, and I believe this is their Ace. So that's the model of it. These are definitely pricey, not super cheap. This is a full aluminum grip module. So I want to say this ran about $350, if I remember correctly, $350, $375. Not cheap at all. You're talking, what is that? Probably about at half of what the pistol costs. These pistols, the plain Echelon runs, I think, a little over $700. So definitely a pricey upgrade, but the feel is pretty amazing. I really, really love the feel of it. It does feel a little bit of a reduced grip size from the normal grip that comes on the Echelon, which is good for me. I got these really short, small cabbage eating hands. So anything I can do to reduce grip size and trigger reach is really helpful for me. But so if you're in that camp, this Icarus Precision grip module is amazing. Feel is really good. Quality seems really good, except for one really big issue that kind of sucked. When I was installing this, I could not for the life of me get it to line up correctly. just the hole to line up correctly with this takedown lever. And I mean, I took the FCU out 5 or 6 times, put it back into the original grip that the Echelon came with, just to make sure that I wasn't crazy. So definitely was not or I'm gonna say definitely could still have been a user error for sure, 100%. But I mean, I was able to put it back into the stock frame easily. So this definitely didn't line up very well from the factory, from Icarus Precision. So at the end of the day, it was just barely off. The hole didn't line up. So I literally had to take a wood shim and a hammer and, hit it to where it would go. And even then, getting this pin in and, set was a pain in the ass. But good thing is now, after I shot all these rounds through it, as you can see, the pin, the takedown lever, moves pretty freely now. I mean, before I had to like almost use a little screwdriver to be able to actually get it up when I was first putting it in. So that really sucks, especially for the money and all that stuff from Icarus Precision. Maybe it was just a tiny bit out of spec. Maybe, I'm assuming it's in the rear here. That little locking, or the FCU needs to push past this little lip that's back here. And maybe it was just a little bit out of spec to where it couldn't, it was just super tight back there and couldn't push past it. And that's why I had to tap it with a hammer to be able to get it in there, which you should not have to do that for, one of these grip modules. You don't want to be tapping a grip module with a hammer. So kind of sucks, but I did get it in and it has run 100% completely flawlessly. So I just think it was just maybe a little bit out of spec somewhere in there. And now that it's, shot a little bit and kind of rounded out or whatever, it's been great. It's ran fine. So again, all that's to say, totally could be user error at some way, shape, or form. I don't know. Couldn't tell you. I'm definitely not a gunsmith, but I've put it together a lot of stuff in my day. So who knows? But now it runs great. So that's the only other thing that I'm kind of like about putting a different trigger in it, because I'm going to have to take the whole thing apart again. And to be honest, I kind of don't want to, if it's going to be that hard to either get back in or get back out. So that's kind of why I'm a little bit of reservations about putting a new trigger in it. I'm kind of like, this one's fine, at least for now. So we'll see. But just wanted to share that. I like I said, as far as quality goes with the rest of this module, it's amazing. Good quality stuff and everything else, but if it doesn't freaking fit, that kind of sucks. I'm just really stubborn. I probably should have just sent it back, to be honest, but I'm super stubborn and I hate to do that kind of stuff. So I just freaking pulled out a hammer and started tapping it. So probably not the best choice of things to do, but it does work great for me so far, knock on wood. I did order, Icarus Precision did have they released a magwell over Black Friday, I believe. So I did order that, still haven't got it. It's been, I don't know what that is now, 3 or 4 weeks or something. So, or 2 or 3 weeks. So definitely not, I'm just waiting. Hopefully that fits good and is a good quality piece. But overall, I mean, the fit and finish of this has been, or the finish on this has been good. Maybe not the fitment as much, but definitely don't want this to be completely on Icarus Precision. But it's one of the main things I really wanted for this because of the looks, the functionality. It has this little ledge here for your thumb and a little bit of a reduced grip size. The other cool thing about the Icarus Precision, one more thing, sorry, is it does have the ability to take a couple tungsten rods, which I did buy, to make it a little heavier. So I think with the rods and everything else, this comes in at like 30 ounces or 29 ounces versus the stock, which is like, 23 or something like that. So definitely a worthwhile upgrade. I love it. I hope that if other people, if anybody else gets one, that it fits great. There weren't very many reviews on it, so I don't know. I mean, like I said, the reviews that I did see, they almost seemed like they were, you know, maybe friends with Icarus Precision. So hard to say, but fitment wasn't great, but functionality has been amazing. So your mileage may vary, but overall, I think the Echelon is an awesome pistol. This one definitely doesn't shoot as good as some of the other pistols that I have. So maybe down the line, it might be worth it to try even just putting a standard Echelon barrel in this and see how that runs. Because all the comments I've been reading on other people's videos were kind of like, my Echelon shoots amazing. It's not my non-comped Echelon shoots, lights out. So that's kind of what I would expect. So I'm assuming it's just because it's comped, and any little abnormality with a jacket or plating on a bullet could definitely throw it off. So I'm kind of choking it up to that. But I was talking to some another gentleman on one of the comments, and he was saying that he just tried different ammos, and then his Echelon was shooting much better. So I'm sure it's just like anything else. Some guns are going to be ammo picky. Pistols usually aren't as ammo picky as, say a precision rifle or whatever. But this one you can definitely see the groups open up as you step back further. So anyway, the only other things I wanted to throw in there, the Echelon comes with I believe it's an 18 round mag, 17 or 18 round mag, and then it comes with one 20 round mag. So 17, 18, and then a 20 round mag. I just bought a couple more of these 20s. Good quality. They seem to run really, really well. I'm not sure if these are Mekgar as well, but I'm guessing, since this is these Echelons and all the other Springfield stuff the Springfield pistols, I believe, are all made in Croatia. So probably Mekgar products. But yeah, that was quite a bit of rambling. This went a little bit longer than I thought. But like I said, it's just my experience with the Echelon and the upgrades that I've done with it so far. It has been 100% reliable. Accuracy, not so good. Not great, not terrible, but not terrible enough to be like an issue. But it's not as super tight as some other pistols. But other than that, it's been a great pistol. I love it. I think that it's freaking amazing looking. Like, that thing is awesome looking. Look at that, super cool. The ergos are amazing too. So yeah, overall, it's been nice. I really love it. I hope that I can find some good ammo and tighten up the groups. But anyway, if you have any questions, please write them below. If you have any experience with Echelons, Echelon comps, that kind of stuff, and maybe even the new compact, please post that below. Especially, I'm super interested to see if other people with comped versions are not getting the greatest accuracy. That to me is really, is interesting right now. So please post it below. Let me know if you have any questions, and have a good day. See ya.